Johnson goes in motion left. Montana going right to the air. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. And caught.
Of an early turnover, a sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way.
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Montana. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The slot man in motion right. Montana going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Edwards will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first. On 4th down, Robinson forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the NFC is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go play action with Montana. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's Robinson throwing to start the drive. Flushed out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, NFC. Calvin Johnson, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Montana to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Montana. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Calvin Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just...
He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Robinson to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tony Gonzalez. And the Steelers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both failed.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. And hope you're successful from here on out.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing to start the drive, Robinson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. To throw is Robinson on 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now Robinson to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First and 10 for Montana and company. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Play action. It's Montana. And this one is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The give to the fullback on the dive. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Patterson running between the tackles. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Montana. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Robinson now looking to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Brandon Marshall, 38 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch. They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Johnson, 38 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Montana. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Johnson, the man in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Montana. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Montana to throw. That is caught inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Patterson. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They will look to throw. Montana. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. They'll throw now on the final play. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will. As big way. Four seconds, all that remain here in this 1st half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Robinson. A final shot before break. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bullock out now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Robinson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On second down, it's Edwards. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Robinson throwing on fourth down. Got a man complete. Calvin Johnson. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Gus Edwards punching it in from a yard. Steelers have got it back to within a score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Montana. He finds his man complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Robinson. Oh, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he's got room.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On first down, Montana. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the NFC, they take advantage of the interception. They turn it into 6 points.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, Pat, cut 19, cut 19.
To throw is Robinson. Throwing on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Johnson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they have the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. To throw on 2nd and 10. Montana looking for his big receiver, Marshall. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
He's on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to run it with Patterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Next drive.